Hey, what's up, guys? This is Talk is Cheap, and this is episode. I don't know what episode this is. I lost my train of thought. Let me see. It is episode 4. Yep, because last episode was episode 3. Now this is episode 4. So I'm gonna talk about fat chicks again, and a little bit of men who are fat. Not that much, but more about fat chicks again, because everybody loved the first one. So I'm gonna run it back with the same one, but a little different. So I'm gonna talk about how fat men are not fat. Yeah, fat men are not fat. Only fat women are fat. You know why? Because fat women cannot get any men. I mean, they could if they were rich and they had money, and if they were like prostitutes or strippers and took advantage of them. But I know any man with a 6-pack and 8-pack will not go for a fat chick. Because girls who are fat are pretty much fat, because they eat too much, they gain a lot of weight, they take massive diarrhea, they break the beds, they break the toilets. That's just how it is, man. So that's what I'm trying to say. Fat men are not fat. Only fat women are fat. Like, if somebody called me fat, like if a woman called me fat while she's fat, I would say I'm not fat. Only fat women are fat. And if you don't believe me, check out this video.
Look, honey, with all due respect, you've gained some weight recently.
It's 5 pounds at the most. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope, Lois. You start with 5 pounds, and then one day, boom, you wake up and you're on the practice with 16 rings in your ear.
Oh, you're one to talk. Look how fat you are.
Lois, men aren't fat. Only fat women are fat. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go warn the chef that you've arrived.
Okay, so what you saw there was Family Guy, where Peter and Lois are at a restaurant, and then Peter tells Lois that she's gaining some pounds. Lois tells Peter that he's fat. He's also fat too, but then he says, "Lois, I'm not fat. Only fat women are fat." And then I'll show you guys another clip of where they're laying down, and pretty much Peter disses the hell out of Lois, and Lois disses the hell out of Peter. Check it out.
Oh, hey, Hogzilla. You happen to see my hot wife, Lois, around?
No, I haven't. Maybe she's out looking for a man who can satisfy her.
Hey, do me a favor. When you go to sleep, aim your butt the other way. Last night, for God's sake, you farted. I felt like somebody was sticking me with a cigarette lighter from the car. You're fat.
Shut up and go to sleep.
Ow! Lois, you weigh a ton. Get off me.
I'm trying.
Try harder.
Ow, Peter,
Ow,
if you just,
Lois, that
just
hurt.
stop for 1 second and Ow. Peter, are we having sex?
Let's check. Just lift up that fold right there. Yep.
Alright, that was funny. So yeah, fat chicks, fat chicks need to understand, fat girls, they need to understand that when it comes to them being fat, they're not going to get anybody in their lives. Because, yeah, they have family. Yes, they have friends. But why would a fat chick want a boyfriend who has 6-packs, 8-packs, or maybe want a boyfriend that's like super skinny with no bones? Trust me, like, one time, I'll tell you guys a story, I'll just keep it short. One time I was with this fat chick, we were dating, but she freaking sat on me and she was so freaking heavy. Her butt was in my freaking face. Like, this is what I mean. If a fat girl goes on top of me, she's gonna suffocate me and squish me. Because she's so fat. You know what I'm saying? This is why I don't like fat chicks, because fat chicks are hard to... Well, they're not hard to hang out with. I mean, you can hang out with fat chicks. It's cool, but when you date them, and then when you try to sleep with them... Okay, well, the one bad possibility. When you sleep with them, the one bad thing. When you sleep with them, you wouldn't know how to really don't know how to fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not skinny and they're not attractive and they're not this and not that. So pretty much, you know, with them, if you try to have sex with them, it's gonna be pretty hard to do because, you know, they're super big and you wouldn't know what to do with a fat chick. I mean, yeah, you can do it in the front, but what about the back? What if they want doggy and you can't seem to find the hole? You know what I mean? Like, because their asses is so big that you can't even find their, you know, their vajayjays. So, yeah, I know I'm speaking a little too, I know I am speaking a little too expletive, but I don't care. This is Talk is Cheap. I'm going to say whatever the hell I want. I know I got trolls that are going to diss me for this, but I don't care. And, who knows? I could be clickbaiting this video too. I don't know. I could be clickbaiting too. I don't know. But if I am, who knows? You guys can tell me if I am. If you think I'm clickbaiting, let me know. But anyways, that's what I want to talk about. So remember, guys, never date a fat chick. Probably don't even be friends with a fat chick. Never date a fat chick. Never marry one. Never be friends with one. Never have sex with one. Trust me. I mean, okay, well, maybe you could if the men were fat. If you have fat sex, then yeah, I guess that's okay. Fat man, fat woman together, then they break the bed. But yeah, it's whatever. I mean, if you did want to date a fat chick, just be fat too. But always remember, you're not fat. For the men who say that, who think that they're fat, remember, you're not fat. Be like Eric Carmen. Say you're fat, you're not fat, you're big boned. That will be my next episode. I'm not fat, I'm big boned. That's what I'm going to talk about in my next episode. But yeah, you're not fat, you're big boned. So yeah, and remember, fat men are not fat, only fat women are fat. Y'all need to watch more Family Guy and y'all need to know what I'm trying to tell y'all. So yeah, if you guys don't like Family Guy, then anyways. Gotcha.